morning, family of Fast. We're going to do something just a little bit different today. We're going to do a little product education on SustainElite. And what really prompted this were some questions yesterday around the product. But the number one question we get about SustainElite from the family of Fast and other customers is, why is SustainElite not 100% soluble in water? And the reason for this is, unlike other sports drinks that are just simple sugar, SustainElite has more complex carbs in it. So with SustainElite, you have fructose, you have cane sugar, you have cyclic dextrin, you have rice powder, and sweet potato powder. Now those last three are the complex carbohydrates, and those are the carbohydrates that you kind of tend to see settle towards the bottom of your bottle after you make SustainElite. So that is why it's perfectly normal. That's how it should be. Now, there are certain things you can do to increase the solubility of your SustainElite mixture before you go out running or riding, or if you're sipping on it during a OCR race. Now, the number one thing you want to do before making your SustainElite is you want to add water first to either your bottle or your Camelback before you add the SustainElite. If you add the SustainElite first and then add water, you're going to notice a lot of big clumps. So add water first. Second, shake this puppy up for about 5 seconds. This will ensure the proper mixture of ingredients. So you have your water, you shook up your SustainElite. What you're gonna do next is you're gonna get a little wire whisk ball like this, or you can add ice. You add that to the water in the bottle. Now, this is when you add the SustainElite. So you add anywhere from 1 to 3 scoops of SustainElite. That's the way it's designed to work. You can have anywhere from 30 to 90 calories from carbohydrates over whatever period of time you want from SustainElite. So it's very customizable how many calories and carbs you're getting with SustainElite. So you add 1 to 3 scoops, and then after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna shake that sucker for about 20 seconds. Now, this should make most of the mixture pretty soluble in water, but then you'll see the kind of the carbohydrates, the more complex carbohydrates float towards the bottom. Now, you're gonna wait about 4 minutes, and then you're gonna shake the heck out of it again. And that will make it about 98% soluble in water. So that's the best way to prepare your SustainElite mixture. Now, if you're out running or riding and you have your bottle with you, I would also recommend that you just give it a quick shake before you take a drink. Now, truth be told, SustainElite isn't the best in a Camelback just because you do get that settling towards the bottom of the more complex carbohydrates, but you can still use it in a Camelback. You just may get a few swigs with a little bit of the settled carbs first, or what I have done with my Camelback is I've actually put a little mesh on the bottom so it kind of just filters out those more complex carbohydrates as you drink the solution, so you're not getting a big mouthful of blobby carbohydrates when you're taking a drink. And even if you do that, you're really not losing that many carbohydrates from the solution if you're kind of filtering some of those more complex carbs out. I would say maybe at most you're losing 1 gram of carbs if you add 1 scoop to your Camelback. So that's a little product education on the SustainElite, our sports drinks made for endurance athletes. If you have any other questions about SustainElite, please comment below and I will answer them as they come in.